think it's working. Yay. It's working. It's working. Go live on TikTok. Oops, that's the wrong one. 5397 comes in here and immediately says, no, it's not. No, it's not what? What the hell? Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. Jesus Christ. This internet or people are so fucking weird in my chat. No, it's not. Nuh-uh. Oh, so you're not straight? No, I'm not. What? In the year of our Cthulhu 2026, who gives a shit if you're straight or not? I don't give a shit if you're gay. I just care if you're a piece of shit. All right, I am severely behind today, so let's dive right the fuck in. Shall we? All right, so inshallah, he did it! Our king, our savior, our goat, Abdul El Sayed, won the primary after the insane amount of odds that he was against. He did it. The man himself. This, I shit you not. You know how there was like that final lawsuit that really just catapulted the NRA into the ground and made them almost irrelevant? This could be that moment. Like, you look at all the stats and everything of how AIPAC got absolutely nut-stomped in this election. This could very well be the harbinger bell of the death of AIPAC, inshallah. I don't know why I'm doing the Catholic cross when I'm saying Arabic, I don't know, religious shit. So Mehdi Hassan accurately says, Abdul El Sayed has won the Michigan primary. The New York Times and AP join NBC in calling the race for him. Don't be distracted by the thin margin. The thin margin is, I think, about 1.2% or somewhere around between that and 2%. I can't remember. Don't be distracted by the thin margin. Defeated 30 million, this number is not accurate, by the way, of AIPAC ads, as well as an opponent backed by Schumer, Pelosi, Gretchen Whitmer, and Gary Peters. These are all correct. This is the establishment. This is the fucking full house. This is the royal flush of dipshit Democrat establishmentry. Schumer, Pelosi, Gretchen Whitman, and Gary Peters. And he forgets Dana Nessel, the Attorney General of Michigan, most famously for weaponizing the Michigan Attorney Justice Department against the Palestinian protesters. When I say the Democrats started the prosecution of Palestinian protesters and started the deportations under ICE, it's because of people like Dana Nessel, who weaponized the Justice Department, who absolutely distorted rule of law and bent to the whims of a foreign terrorist organization, AIPAC, in order to target fucking kids in college. It's insane. And this, again, being the death knell of AIPAC is just, oh, please, please, please. Allah, do you hear me? Give me more. I'm fucking atheist. I'm doing Islamic shit on my stream. So there's a few more stats. This 30 million is not accurate. AIPAC actually gave an additional 5 million the last week of the race in terms of ad spending. So this is where it actually comes in. 10 to 1 outspent. Some people are saying the math is more like 9 to 1. Whatever. It's an insane amount. 9 to 1, 10 to 1, whatever you want to say. He was outspent by 9 to 1 or 10 to 1. Endless Islamophobic spears, which were absolutely disgusting. 64 million in outside expenditure. Okay, so he's total. He's not just including AIPAC. He's including like the big billionaires that backed Haley Stevens. Organized people beat organized money tonight, and this is so fucking true. We have seen it. It is absolutely beautiful when it comes through because the odds are just stacked against you. The billionaires, the Epstein class, the Republican light, and the Republican light of the Democratic establishment, and the pedophile terrorist organization known as AIPAC, a.k.a. the artist formerly known as AIPAC, lost due to superior organizing. It's insane. It's amazing. Abdul was just out in the streets. He was talking to people. And again, Democrats that shun him, you do so at your own peril. This man is a true, unique talent in politics. He is an amazing speaker. He has an incredible ability to connect with voters, and he has truly found ways to turn the talking points against the aggressors that are coming after him. Ignore this at your own peril, Democrats. The work is only beginning. Michigan will never be considered a swing state again, inshallah. Inshallah. Final New York Times numbers on Haley Stevens versus Abdul El Sayed. 6 outside groups spent $62 million. Yeah, so Hassan's only off by $2 million, but I don't know where he's getting his numbers. And it's also the New York Times, so giving her a 9-to-1 spending advantage over Abdul. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. Half of that Stevens spend, $32 million, came from AIPAC Super PAC. AIPAC Super PAC spent more than any single group has in a federal Democratic primary cycle. Oh, we have our first trigger mega pedophile. Stewart 2004 says billionaires like Soros who funds riots. Soros did not fund the January 6th terrorist attack. Nice try, you lose. Good day, sir. Also,
fuck ICE, kick down the cage. Fuck mega heads, stuck in their rage. Fuck Trump, clown on a stage. We burn in the
fuck
system,
you, Stewart
setting
2004.
Fuck ICE, they tear
Donald Trump is a pedophile. Stewart 2004, Donald Trump is a pedophile. Remember how he's made more money in the first 2 years of his time in the White House and your bitch ass is still broke paying gas prices? Motherfucker! How's those gas prices, bitch?
Government crimes messed up is error. Cages full of brown skin, racist agenda clearer. They profit off pain.
Stewart 2004 is getting butt fucked by Donald Trump every single night at the pump and at the grocery store, bitch.
Fuck ICE, kick down the cage. Fuck mega heads, stuck in their rage. Fuck
oh, you think I'm a dope? Oh no, I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt. So did every president ever. Vincent Barb, try again. Or Vincent Kraft, 4887. Donald Trump is a pedophile that actually bought Epstein's plane for all the good memories because Donald Trump is a pedophile. Also, speaking of Donald Trump being a pedophile,
Trump is on the
Epstein list. Yes, he is. Every president made buco bucks. What the fuck is a buco buck? George Soros is FX genius. Mark Garage 06. It doesn't change the fact that Donald Trump is a pedophile, and you guys are triggered in my chat rather than being upset that Donald Trump is a pedophile. You know why I call you guys pedophiles? Because you come in my chat and you guys are supporting Donald fucking Trump, a pedophile, on the Epstein list. I'm not a Trumper, but you're dumb. What am I dumb about? Buco means a lot, dummy? Oh, yeah, forgive me for not knowing fucking stupid words. Please, try saying that in real life. I guarantee you, whoever you say that to in real life is going to look at you and want to move away quickly. But that's what every woman does near you because you're on a fucking restraining order, you fucking pedophile pervert. All right, let's get back to the news. Bitches, you be fucking up my hair. There we go. Jackson Williams, hello. Oh, yeah. No wonder I'm squinting. AIPAC Super PAC spent more than any single group has in a federal Democratic primary this cycle. This is the most money AIPAC has ever spent on an election. $55 million. Absolutely torched, lit on fire like the Joker in The Dark Knight skiing down it. This is, it's incredible. It's an incredible victory, and it's going to go down in the fucking history books. The $30 million AIPAC wasted in Michigan, wasted trying to help Haley Stevens, could have been used to fully fund and deliver 6 million malaria nets to sub-Saharan Africa. Or, if you want to talk about it here in America, it could have fully paid for universal free school breakfast in Mississippi, America's poorest state. So pedophiles like Stewart 2004 and Mark Carajo 06, this could have funded the money and the food for the children that you rape. Which is actually not exactly great that you raped them, but it's great that we could then use that to find you and jail you faster. I'm all in favor of it, by the way. The sooner you fucking pedophile perverts are all locked up, the better for the safety of this fucking country. Why is Burger King trending? I don't even want to know why Ben Shapiro's trending. That fucking oaf. Yesterday, I asked Abdul El Sayed how he would appeal to Jews who voted for Haley Stevens should he win today's primary. His answer in full. So this is what he said before winning the election. As I've said to my Jewish brothers, oops, let me get this fixed for vertical. as I've said to my Jewish brothers and sisters, if you open the door and invite me, I'm going to come in and I want to sit down and talk about things. And we may not agree on everything, but I will tell you that my principles imply that I believe that Jewish folk have equal rights to peace, dignity, and self-determination as Palestinian folk, and I believe that any real peace, dignity, and self-determination cannot be founded on the denial of peace, dignity, and self-determination for another people. So I'm committed to protecting every Jewish child like I would protect my children, and I'm looking forward to sharing in that conversation. It shows you the absolute insanity among the establishment Democrat and the Epstein pedophile class that works with AIPAC and the Republicans to think that a message like this is some anti-Semitic, goose-stepping Nazi. This is just stupid. Anyone who has ever said that Abdul El Sayed is anti-Semitic is fucking lying to you. They're lying to you because they cannot answer for the fact that Israel is committing a genocide. Israel is a rapist, pedophile, terrorist state currently engaging in all of the above. It has bombed 7 fucking countries just this year alone? They're out of fucking control. Meanwhile, a guy like Abdul El Sayed is simply saying this. He's saying that there needs to be equal rights to peace, dignity, and self-determination for Jewish people and Palestinian people, and we will work towards that for both sides. Jackson Williams, I don't know what you mean with those. I don't know what you mean with those memes. Or emojis, I guess those are. Fuck, I sound old. Kelly, thank you for following. Really appreciate it. Michigan Dems. Now, I will say this. I am ragging on the Democratic establishment because I'm not the adult in the room. I am petty. I am vindictive. So I will absolutely say this, however. The Michigan Democrats and some of the establishment nationally are coming together. Haley Stevens gave an incredible statement. I think I have it pulled up here, but I'm not sure. Gave an incredible statement of unity and wanting to push forward to beat Mike Rogers, which is great. We'll talk about the naysayers who deserve the wall of shame. But for right now, I want to focus on this because this is very heartening. Michigan Dems are set to host a unity breakfast with both Senate candidates tomorrow, as we await results from the Senate primary race. A general election kickoff rally is also set for Friday in Detroit, featuring the statewide Democratic ticket, including the Democratic nominees for governor, U.S. Senate, Attorney General, and Secretary of State. Now, this is going to get very interesting very quick, because I can't recall, but one of these people on the statewide Democratic tickets was explicitly stating that they would not work with Abdul El Sayed, if I remember correct. So, very, very curious to see if that person changes their tune or if they just no-show on this. If you remember, everybody, including Hakeem Jeffries, including Chuck Schumer, gave the cold shoulder to Mamdani after he won the New York City in a landslide. So it is going to be very interesting to see how this pushes forward, but this is a very, very good sign. If you truly do hate Republicans and you hate that they are enriching themselves while screwing over America and sending our money overseas and fucking over actual hardworking people in this country, this is very good to see the Michigan Dems wanting to mend fences and push forward. Thank you on TikTok for all the hearts. I really appreciate it. That stuff does go a long way. Thank you very much. You can also follow me on YouTube. YouTube.com/DirectorEJJR. I wonder if can I put this in the chat? Let me see. I think it censors it though, right? Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. And then what is it? TikTok.com/James Joel Russell. So please follow me there. I'm trying to grow the chat, grow those numbers because I can monetize, and I do live in LA. It's not exactly cheap out here. So never agreed to send money to Ukraine. Well, Dr. Brown, Dr. Brown 2288, that is a very, very different argument than Israel. Right now, what we are doing in Israel is the equivalent of sending money to Russia, because Russia is the aggressor. Russia is a fascist, terrorist-sponsored state run by Vladimir Putin, who is an evil, evil person, whose own goal, stated, is to bring down America. Now, Israel is actually not too dissimilar, because if you recall, Israel wanted Trump to win. They did not want America to win. They did not want Joe Biden to win, which makes it all the more stupid that the establishment backed Israel in 2024 to their detriment and to their loss, because Israel didn't even want them to win. Netanyahu didn't even want Kamala to win. He wanted Trump to win. As we saw in the intelligence reports, Israel made efforts, overt statements, to try and get Trump to win. They didn't take covert operations, but they didn't need to, right? They had AIPAC. They don't need to take covert operations when AIPAC, a foreign terrorist organization, literally can buy elections. So, Dr. Brown, you can have that opinion. I fully disagree with you if you think that sending money to Ukraine is wrong. Because Ukraine is a proxy state. It is a check on Russia, and they also should be our allies in the fight against Russia, because guess what? A world run by Russia is not going to be a world where we have freedom and opportunity. I can guarantee you that fucking much. God, I love orange soda. So I was given AOC a little bit of shit because I feel like she has tacked a bit to the center on certain things. For example, she is supporting Hakeem Jeffries for speaker for what she's obviously getting some backroom deals from him. You know, probably a gavel or a committee chairwoman deal, whatever. There's clearly some backroom deals going on there. But this is good to see her still be anti-AIPAC. I appreciate AIPAC proving it doesn't belong in the Dem Party and losing, and especially our primaries. From endorsing January 6 members to ensuring Congress remains in the hands of a 34-count felon, AIPAC is an org committed to undermining democracy at home and abroad. See you in November. So this is in response to AIPAC signaling plans to spend for Republican Mike Rogers in Michigan Senate. Our members remain determined to ensure that voters reject Dr. El Sayed and his radical anti-Israel agenda in November. This is exactly what I'm fucking talking about. AIPAC in Israel does not care about America. They do not care about making this country better. And they never cared about the Michigans. They didn't care about Haley Stevens. If Haley Stevens had won, they would have immediately pivoted to Mike Rogers anyway. They just wanted to get a fucking bad candidate that would easily lose to Mike Rogers. That was all that they wanted. Or, in the off chance that Haley Stevens did win, they still could come back and say, "Hey, we got you past the primary. You gotta vote for AIPAC. You gotta vote for Israel. Come on now, come on, give us some more money." It was a win-win for them. And now you can see they clearly, as I've said before, AIPAC is a terrorist organization that has repeatedly funded January 6 terrorists and has repeatedly allowed that narrative to fester in America. Kel loves orange soda? What the fuck does that even mean? More good signs, though. Democrats trying to quickly put the primary behind them and focus on Mike Rogers in Michigan. I should give this. So I want to give this website some traffic, so I'm going to... Okay, good. I thought it was paywalled. Oh, goodness. Jesus, I never knew a belch could be ASMR. Oh, you're welcome, people trying to fall asleep. Woo! That was a good one. News, Democrats trying to quickly put the primary behind them and focus on Mike Rogers in Michigan. New six-figure ad buy hitting him on drug prices, insurance, calling him the biggest name in corruption. I still feel that this is going to be an extremely, extremely powerful line of attack against this guy who supports a pedophile who has enriched himself and corrupted the entire country for a war to distract from the fact that he's in the Epstein files. Trump at 38 to 58, favorable versus unfavorable in Michigan. He is absolutely going to be a drag on the ticket, new polling shows. And if if Abdul El Sayed can successfully tie him, Trump to Mike Rogers, which I feel I'm confident in saying he probably will, this is going to be a big, big win. Generic Dem is 50-42. So, just generic. If you poll people, registered voters, likely voters, it means that they'll vote for Democrats 50 to 42% of the time. Of course, Rogers isn't running against a generic Dem. He told Nicholas Lazwu 12 that Abdul El Sayed is the most untruthful candidate that we probably have ever seen in Michigan. Keep in mind that this is about the guy. This is the guy who supports the guy that said the Epstein files. We're gonna find them, and it's nothing but Democrats. Only Democrats. There'll be no Republicans. No Republicans ever. The only Republicans that you'll find are the people prosecuting the Democrats that are in the files. That's what we're gonna do when we're in power. We're gonna prosecute the files. Soon as he got in charge, he was like, what's the Epstein files? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. It's a hoax. It's a hoax, people. It's a hoax, just like the moon landing. It's a hoax. These people are born-bred liars. And I stand by that. Every single Republican never deserves to be trusted or taken at their word, ever. And I'm telling you, anyone that does do that is doing a disservice to not only the narrative, not only to the discourse, but to the country. Look for Dems to hit him constantly on corruption theme, which pollsters find is a devastating narrative that drives voters away from him. I'm glad that this is backed up in what I'm saying. Michigan primary election. Governor races. Primary votes cast. I wish I had a video. Oh, God. That one snuck out of there. I wish I had a video I could play so I could drink more of this. I'm telling you, there is nothing better than an orange soda on a hot fucking day. Maybe a beer. Michigan primary election. Governor races, primary votes cast. Democrats cast 1.5 million. Republicans cast 0.9 million. A roughly 600,000 ballot difference between that longtime Michigan pollster Richard Kazuba calls unprecedented. We have not seen this kind of split before. So this is a very, very big deal. Oh my God, I can't stop burping. Oh God, I gotta do the old Matthew McConaughey from Wolf of Wall Street, right? He was like, or whatever it is. 600,000 ballot difference is not something you can come back from, right? That's not something you can say it's rigged. It's so rigged. You just can't. And as he says, it is unprecedented. I don't think I've ever seen a state with that big of a difference. So even if the Republicans run a perfect race and get the most people to the polls that they can, where are they going to find 600,000 voters that are willing to show up in an off year when Trump's not on the ticket and the economy is in the shitter? I don't know, guys. I really think this is shaping up to be a trifecta in Michigan, but that's why these primaries are so important, why we get people like El Sayed. I wish Cori Bush had won, but, she didn't. Chris Rabb won, and then there's a Democratic Socialist in Detroit. That's why it's so important to get good people within government that will push for accountability. Because if we get a trifecta in Michigan, that means we should absolutely pack the courts. We should absolutely be gerrymandering the fuck out of Republicans since they're doing it to us. And you saw this happen in Virginia where they have a trifecta, and then they chickened out like absolute losers. Mitch McConnell is laughing from his grave like, see, they didn't do the thing that I would have done because the thing is, when you have power, you got to make sure it's like money. You got to use it to get more power. Okay? And if you're not using it to get more power, sorry, I had a stroke. What are you doing? What you do is when the other side is cowards and not willing to do anything, well, I just love that. And that's when I make sure to just take all their poker pieces, as it were, and I'm going to gerrymander everything. I'm going to pack the courts. And all they can do is just, oh, no, bad Mitch. I'm such a bad Mitch. Oh, no. People tune in like halfway through that rant. That's going to be very interesting. What the fuck did I scroll to, dude? Democrats allied with AIPAC are now actively working with an organization trying to preserve GOP control of the Senate, no more shading, hedging, etc. This is exactly what we've been saying would happen. So now the question is, will the establishment Dems, like Neera Tanden, like Shannon Watts, like Fred Gutenberg, he's totally lost his mind, by the way. Gladys Kearns 4325, welcome. Hello to you as well. Will the establishment Dems that pushed against Abdul El Sayed in Michigan, will they push back against this? Because they're in the pocket of AIPAC, right? So they probably won't. But this is an opportunity for them to flex their muscles. It's like, hey, if you want me to keep taking your money, if you want me to keep supporting Israel, then you have to knock this shit off. This would be the only good use of your AIPAC sponsorship. Take out your fucking AIPAC card, Chuck Schumer. Come on, Chucky boy, take out that AIPAC card. Like, now, AIPAC, the thing is that if you want me to support Israel, you have to make sure that you're not supporting Mike Rogers. I don't know why I make him into like a guy with a tick or something. I like it better when I make him like the Kennedys from The Simpsons. Like, well, now AIPAC, I gotta tell you right now that if you are going to support this Mike Rogers, well then I am going to take my AIPAC card, I'm going to rip it up, and I'm gonna See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat it so that way when I need donations I can poop it back out again and reform it because I will be back. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing there. We're happy in Michigan. Yes, this is a big win for Michigan. But in all seriousness, will the establishment push back again? Because the establishment will vote blue no matter who, right? Vote blue no matter who. We have to get control of the Senate. We got to get control of, what was the Haley Steves? We got to get a little more energy, a little more power and affordability, and make sure that we get that Senate under control. Israel comes to me in my dreams. Why is it saying my TikTok is disconnected? I still see it. All right, hang on. Technical issues. I'll log on to my alt account and see. Looks like I'm still live. Unless I'm missing something. Oh my god, these all make it so complicated. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm either live on TikTok or not. It says that I am, so whatever. So will the Democratic establishment push back against this? Open question. We shall see. El Sayed, I want to make healthcare, grocery, and gas more affordable. Get rid of data centers. Remove corporate money from politics and tax the rich. Republicans. El Sayed is a Muslim! Fucking babies. This is truly all they have. They really don't have anything else. They just have, well, that El Sayed his name is Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman. He wants Sharia law. I love how these motherfuckers always talk about Sharia law when they are pushing that shit from a Christian perspective right fucking now. They're doing everything to make women and people of color and trans people unemployable. They're working to keep women barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen right now. They're working right now to take the vote away from women and people of color. That's Sharia. That's Al-Qaeda law. That's our Al-Qaeda. That's right, y'all, Kate. We got to make sure that we strip the rats from them folk. We can't be having that shit up in here. We're not going to have people turning out to the polls. Polls is such a dirty word. Sounds like the name of a people from a country like Poland. Oh, it is. It's still a dirty word. The sound is sped up and garbled. Is someone messing with your feed? YouTube's not receiving. Let me see. Oh, I see. Ah, damn. It's buffering. Shit, why does this keep happening? I need to adjust the bitrate some more. Shit. Twitch enhanced broadcasting, so I need to turn that shit off. Which I can't do at the moment.